I decided to do this outside today. We're outside. We're outside in sunny Orlando. Hi, 11 family. Hi, 11. Hi, 11. Hi, 11. I am KAISI, Divine Midwife of Soul Destiny, Christian Witch, and the author of 15 books on practical spirituality. Hi, 11. That light doesn't want to cooperate with me, so I got another one. You know how sometimes, you know how it goes sometimes. Okay, there we go. Wow, that's a bright one. Let's do this. Okay, that's good. I am outside this morning, family, and I don't see the chat. I don't see the chat. That God life though. I want to give a shout out to the incredible Christy Woodard. Christy of for the t-shirt design. She designed it specially for me, that God life though. And she is just an incredible being with us as a LuvTuber and a member of the Enlightenment Circle. Thank you so much, Christy. I do not see the chat. I am going to proceed thinking and knowing that everyone can hear me and that we are just fine. I'm outside. I'm in Orlando with the family, and I'm outside because everyone is upstairs in the suite. Sarai, my beautiful daughter, Empress Luck Life, and actually she's Luck Vibes now. Luck Vibes, right here on YouTube, Luck Vibes, and she's Luck Vibes also on Instagram. I'll blow her Instagram up a little bit. She and her beautiful 3 children, my grandbabies, they're upstairs. Ether, Enzo, and Empress. They're all fast asleep. So, yay, yay, yay. G-Mommy, I'm not nobody's grandma. I'm G-Mommy, okay? I'm G-Mommy. So G-Mommy came downstairs to find a spot. Now, it took me a minute to find the perfect spot. So I went all around. I was in the lobby. I looked here, there, everywhere. I'm so loud, though. So I said, I can't be in the lobby lighting the place up. Plus, people coming back and forth. And what if somebody gets in the shot and all that? I have to be here with the LuvTubers. So I said, outside. It feels so good out here. It feels so good out here, family, in the morning, before our day, meeting the sun. Soon the sun will be rising. I see it coming up over that way. Soon the sun will be rising. So we meet the morning. Let's pray. Deep breath. A deep breath of love and gratitude. A deep breath of presence in the now. A deep breath to open, a deep breath of openness, wholeness, divinity. And our prayer, Mother, Father, God, Great Spirit, Source, of whom we are all one, in whom we live and move and breathe and have our very existence. Great Spirit, we know that there is one life here. This life is the life of God, that there is one love here, and this love is the love of God, and that there is one heart here beating all hearts. This is the heart of God, and there is only one life. This life is the life that we are all living. This life is a good life now. This life is a wealthy life now. This life is a rich life now. This life is a prosperous life now. This life is a joyful life now. This life is a peaceful life now. This life is a beautiful life now. For all who are here, all who have ever been here, all who are yet to be here, Holy Spirit, come. Take over everything that unfolds here today. Take over my mouth, my tongue. Take over every word, every thought, every feeling in this space. Holy Spirit, we have shown up for healing, for wholeness, for knowing divinity. Knowing divinity as identity. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hallelujah. Amen. Hotep. And let's enjoy 3 ohms. Yes. Feel the vibration, move your chi. Remember to breathe deep all day today. Breath is life. Lung capacity is correlated to life expectancy. Breathe, open your lungs, open yourself, open your heart. Life loves you. You can open to life. Life loves you. You can open to life. And when you are ready, slowly raise your gaze. Slowly open your eyes. Slowly wiggle fingers and toes. Pat the feet and return to an aspect of your awareness to the time-space continuum known as the 3rd dimension. We're outside, family. Look, the sunrise behind me. I feel like running. I feel so damn spectacular. Look at the sunrise behind me. Family, we did it. We're seeing another sunrise. Oh, sun, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Oh my God, sun salutation. We could do our sun salutation now. Look at the sky. Look at the sun. Could this be more perfect? Oh my God. That God life though. Hashtag, that's my hashtag, that God life though. Could this be more perfect? We have Liberesh, and Liberesh is Aleister Crowley's incredible sun salutations throughout the day. Liberesh, look, let me pull it up because I put it in for the patrons in Patreon. I want to make sure the computer is not in the way. I'm going to give you the scripture for the day, and then I'm going to tell you what Liberesh is. Today, let's put it in the chat, even though I cannot see the chat today. I don't know what happened. I turned it on. I don't see. But we got money in the vortex. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. My bell is upstairs. Will you look at the sun? This is freaking paradise. Family, before we complete, I'm going to take you around the grounds. Will you look at the sky? This is freaking paradise. I couldn't have planned a better backdrop. My God. Today is day 25. Proverbs 21:20. The wise and rich don't spend all or waste. Today you get yet another key to your wealth at warp speed. Warp. W, wealth. A, abundance. R, riches. P, prosperity. Warp speed. Yeah, baby. Now let's go to Liberesh, since the sun is coming up, and I'll give you Liberesh. If you don't know what Liberesh is, you can find out when you join my Patreon community And when you join the community on Patreon, this is already there. If you're not on the Patreon community, you can go to Sacred Text, sacred-text, and you can get Liberesh Vel Helios, which is an adoration for the sun. Sun adoration. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. Look at this gorgeousness, will you? Look at this gorgeousness. I'm looking at it in the screen like, oh my God. You know, I just want to sit here and watch the sunrise with you. How romantic. How spiritually romantic. What a date. What a date we have today. Is that fab or what? Is that fab or what? The pink hair, the pink and purple hair is working. And the hair is getting long. All right, I digress. Let's go to today, Proverbs 21:20. The wise and rich don't spend all or waste. You're on 40 Money Scriptures. If we have not met, I am KAISI, Divine Midwife of Soul Destiny, Christian witch and the author of 15 books on practical spirituality. How you lovin'? How you lovin'? Because that's all the universe really wants to know from you, boo, is how you lovin'. And you are on 40 Money Scriptures, day 25, where the community comes together every morning, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. for our experience of spiritual practice together. We get together for prayer, meditation, affirmation, and chanting. And this is how we start our day. It's our daily spiritual practice. Start your day every day charged up, high vibration. Meet the sun. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Morning, how are you? Oh my God. So I'm in this gorgeous, gorgeous space, a Marriott property in Orlando, Florida. And oh my God, in the USA. That's where I happen to be as we're filming this, because you know I love to travel all over the globe. And I think I've been in probably something like 10 countries in the last 10 months. Oh my God. Oh my God, only God, right? Only God. That God life though. Proverbs 21:20. The wise and rich don't spend all or waste. Now, more super chats. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. My bell is upstairs. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Let's do this, family. Let's do this. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A billionfold return to you, super chatters. Come on, super chatters. Super chatters, you know what I love about you? You put your money where your mouth is. And you know that it's very magical on this channel. And you know that putting money in this vortex brings you a lot of money. And if we got to the testimonials of how many people watch this channel and have watched Money by Friday and got money by Friday, and how many people have manifested wealth with Bitcoin and manifested wealth with Steam It and manifested wealth with writing their books and manifested wealth by just manifesting more money and doing the right thing with it here on this channel. There's money in these hands. It just comes to me automatically. It's not me, it's the gift of God. And I tell you one thing, if you do what I tell you, if you do what comes forth here, you will have more money. I promise you. You will have greater wealth. I promise you. And you will do, as we said the other day, you will do what we desire here. Is not just to simply have a lot of money and not just simply to be spiritually connected. Of course, both are deeply, vastly important. To be really spiritually connected and really rich. Integrated. Really spiritually connected. Look at the sky. This is a picture. This is a picture. My God, this is a picture. Let's take it a little higher. Look at that. You talk about paradise. What? You talk about paradise. Family. You talk about paradise. Oh my God. Smash that like button, baby. Smash-a-thon. Smash-a-thon. I see a lot of you here, and I know that you want to smash the likes so that YouTube bots can share this all around YouTube. Smash up the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that makes sure that a lot of people, millions of people can get this message. Let's get this message to millions of people, family. Thank you for doing your share in lifting up the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, family. I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm enraptured by the sky today, enraptured that we're meeting the sun together. Here we go, Proverbs 21:20. So what I'm saying to you is that if you watch here and you implement here and you keep showing up and you keep showing up to yourself and you do your spiritual practices and you continue to pour yourself, your energy, your attention, your intention into why you're here on the planet, if you continue following your soul, if you continue living your destiny, you will reach what we teach here on this channel. Really spiritually connected and really rich. That's the aspiration here. Having it all. Having it all. Here is the King James Version, Proverbs 21:20. There is treasure to be desired, and all in the dwelling of the wise. There is treasure to be desired, and all the treasure is in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. If you spend everything you get, you'll never be wealthy. It wasn't until I started stashing and parlaying and stashing and stacking up that I saw that the wealth began to multiply. If you spend everything, you will not be able to become wealthy. Now, I'm going to really laser into this because there are some faulty beliefs that we have about it. And let's dispel the faulty beliefs and the myths about saving, because a lot of people say, well, I don't have money left over to save. How am I going to do it? Because I have to spend everything because that's, I have to pay everything. And by the time I pay everything, I don't have time to give myself anything in investments and savings. I got the solution for you. I got the solution for you. Here is the Amplified Bible. That was the King James Version. Here is the Amplified Bible. Remember, we don't read the Bible literally. The Bible is not literal. It's metaphysical. It's allegorical. It's numerology. It's astrology. It's all of these. It's magic. It's mysticism. It's the biggest magic book going. Here's the Amplified Bible. So we want to get into the words here to get a rhema word. A rhema word means that you read the word and it's moving something inside you in that moment. And it's not based on the version of the Bible that you're reading. And it's not based on the exact words that you're reading. It's based on the energy that is being stirred up within yourself and the resonance that is happening from a old sacred text. And all these ancient sacred texts have resonance to them. And that means that it does something. It goes inside your spirit and it stirs up something, maybe some dormant energy that you require to create your fabulous life on planet Earth. Okay? Amplified Bible. There is precious treasure and all in the house of the wise who prepare for the future. We live in the now, yet we are aware that if you continue to build wealth, your life will get easier and easier and easier on the material plane. But a short-sighted and foolish man swallows it up and wastes it. Don't spend all your money or waste, okay? Don't spend everything or waste. Hold on to some money. I'll tell you one thing, it took me decades to learn how to hold on to money. But remember our 3 money skills. We've got to know how to make the money. We've got to know how to keep the money. And we've got to know how to make the money make money. When you learn these 3, when you become master of these 3 money skills, you're wealthy. Yeah, and you're wealthy forever. No more struggle. You're wealthy forever. Learn them. They're skills that can be learned. That's the Amplified Bible. Let's go to the New Living Translation. The wise have wealth and luxury, but fools spend whatever they get. Whoa. So what is getting people in trouble with their money? Spending too much and waste. Let's talk about these 2 energies. What is the energy of spending too much? Just every time you get something, you spend, 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 spend. I have a story to tell you. You know me, I always got plenty stories. Before my third child was born, the beautiful Miss Veronica, who's a senior now at Bishop McNamara, before she was born, I had my two children, Corey and Sarai. So you know Corey, he's the artist, C. Evans, SEE_Evans. Follow him on Instagram, an incredible artist. I think he's the best artist in the world, but I could be biased because I'm his mama. And then, and I'm very proud of my children. And then there is Sarai, who is my beautiful daughter who has this gorgeous locks business. She goes around doing these beautifying people's crowns. So she works on people's crowns with a lock vibe, right? Actually has 3 beautiful children. So anyway, I had 2 children. And I used to give them an allowance. Every Friday, they used to get a $5 allowance. Now, I was a financial planner at American Express. And my job was to help people every day save more money. That was literally my freaking job, make people rich. That was my job for 7 years at American Express as a financial advisor, and I freaking loved it. And when I say my job, it wasn't a job. I owned an American Express franchise. When I say job, I don't mean job in that jobs are crack, because I don't do jobs. I haven't done a job and I cannot remember when. God made me officially unemployable. I'm too freaking wild. If I worked at a job and I was in a cubicle somewhere by 10 a.m., if I came in at 9, by 10 a.m. they would be, security, we got a live one. Please be out of there so fast it would not even be funny. Could you see me in a cubicle? I can't even. I would be getting all the people together. Did everybody pray today? We don't do prayer in the workplace. Well, you should, because everybody coming in here looking mad and upset. Did anybody around here set an intention today? We don't set intentions in the workplace. Well, we're getting ready to go into a meeting and nobody set an intention. I'm not sitting in no meeting and nobody set an intention. That's not happening. You know, I'm too wild. It would not be a good look for me. So anyway, so when I say job, I mean that was my task. That was the delicious assignment set before me by the divine, is to learn deeply about finances. Look at the sky, it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Oh my God, the sunrise is gorgeous. We just have to look at that for a minute. Look at that. Oh my God, please live your God life. Please live your best life. Please live your best life. Please, God, please let everyone live the God life. Let everyone live the God life. Everyone. That God life, though. That's my prayer for everyone. Holy Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Bless all our peeps. Bless all our peeps. So, my task, my assignment was literally to make people wealthy, right? Get them to save more and spend less. Do exactly what this scripture said. Proverbs 21:20 sums up the entire reason I was at American Express. Proverbs 21:20. The wise and rich don't spend all or waste. The treasure is in the house of the man who is wise and rich. The treasure is in the wise person's house who's thought about the future and who is on his vision. I'm not talking about planning out. I used to do that as a financial planner. I would plan out your whole financial life for 30 years. And then what? One thing happens and it changes the whole plan. Like we say, we plan, man plans, God laughs. It's not about planning every step. That's control, that's egoic. We're talking about being led by a vision of loveliness that you see in the third eye with the 2 eyes closed. You see the vision for your life, the vision of loveliness, the vision of your dream life, the vision of where you're going, the vision of what you're on the planet to do, the vision that is drawing you and compelling you upward and onward, the vision, okay? So the wise man, the wise woman that has vision, you see where you're going. You're going to a richer place. You're going to a more peaceful place. You're going to a more fulfilled destiny, right? So my job every day was to support people in being wise and rich and not spending all their money and not wasting. So I give you the backdrop to the story that I'm about to share with you. So my kids, Sarai and Corey, they got their allowance. And on Fridays, we would go to the mall. They each got $5. Now this is like in the 90s, right? 98, 99. So $5 was a lot more than it is now. If you're listening to this, you say $5, man, she was damn cheap with her kids. Well, in 1999, $5 was a lot for like a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old or whatever age they were. In 1999, Corey would have been something like 12 or 13. They were like 13, 14, and 10, 11, around there. Corey was always the saver. You know how you have a child that's a saver? Sarai was always the spender. Spend everything as fast as she get it. Spend, 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 spend. We go to the mall. They each have their allowance. Corey is stacking his paper for a Nintendo. Back then it was Nintendo. He had to have another game. And Nintendo game was something like $49. The one he wanted, some were like $25, $29. And we used to go to the game store in the mall, and he wanted this Nintendo game. So he saw, I said, you can get the Nintendo game. You can earn more money around the house, and you can save your allowance. I'm not buying no $49 game. You know how black mamas do. I ain't buying that for you. It's what I look like, you know. I don't know why black mamas have to go over the top like that, but we do. I ain't buying no $49. And I was not enlightened completely back then. I'm still not completely enlightened, but I was a whole lot less enlightened then than I was now. And I was like, I ain't buying you no $49. You can save for it. That's what you can do, because you ain't got no job up in this piece. I don't see you bringing in no money. It's like, okay, Ma, I'll save the money. Okay, then. So he was saving his money for this game. Oh my God, I've got to show you the sky. It's getting more gorgeous by the moment. Look at the colors. Can you see the colors? Oh my God. In a minute, I'm going to flip around and I'm going to face the light, because it's a much better shot, because the sun, oh, it's so gorgeous. We're in Florida. We're in sunny Florida. So anyway, so he's like, okay, Ma, I'm going to save my money for the game. Well, he's stacking his paper, stacking his paper, stacking his paper, because he's the saver. And then I have one that's the spender. Sarai, she spends, as soon as you give it to her, she spends it, spends it, spends it. She comes from the mall with nothing. He'll come from the mall with 25, because he just kept saving, 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 right? And he's looking at that game, and he's parlaying, and he's thinking about his game. And he's thinking about he only needs $49. And my kids, when they had $49 and the thing came to like 53 or 54 because it was taxed, I'm not giving you the 3 or 4. No, you get to save, because when you save, you get to pay for the whole thing, and you get to be incredibly proud of yourself, and you get to consider that your taxes added to, and that's my responsibility. And you also get to know that you are not going to put this game on the floor or anything else because you saved for weeks and months to get this game. Oh, that's a treasure. That game becomes a treasured game. But the game that Mom would buy for you, oh, it's going to be on the floor, stepping on, because you don't value it if you didn't earn it. You just don't. And so we're at the mall. We've gone around. He hasn't spent a dime. Sarai's got a little this, got a little that, got a little that with her allowance. She had change left, and we were about to leave the mall. I will never forget this. I remember this moment to this day, because it gave me a glimpse inside of our consciousness, this very moment that I'm about to share with you. She had change in her hand, maybe about 80, let's say 88 cents, because I love 88. 88, the number of abundance. Thank you for the super chats. By the way, I didn't see them at the time that they were going up. Thank you for the super chats. My bell is upstairs. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Billionfold return to you. And so she has this like 88 cents change. She wants to go to one more store. She's anxious and antsy to spend the 88 cents. Like my grandfather used to say, he used to give us a nickel back in the day. A nickel was a lot of money back in the day when I was little. He used to give us a nickel, and he used to say, don't let it burn a hole in your pocket. That's Proverbs 21:20. Grandpa was wise. Don't let it burn a hole in your pocket. Don't spend all this money. Because here's how it works. When the person with money meets a person with experience, after they complete, the person with the money has an experience, and the person with experience has the money. It swaps. You have money, but you don't have experience, meaning what? Wisdom, and you meet someone that does have experience, by the end of that interaction, you will have the experience and the other person will have your money. Just go to any 3-card Monte guy on the streets of New York City. Go to any city, Paris, any city, Hong Kong. Go to any city all over the world, New Orleans. And if you're a person with money and no experience, no wisdom, and there is a person there with wisdom and they want your money, experience, and they want your money, and you have an interaction with them, you will end up with the experience and they will end up with the money. So we don't want that to be the case. We want to be wise, right, with our money. So Sarai was in that place. She had money and she was about to have an experience. Look at the sky. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. So here we go. We're going past those fountains in the mall. It was this big fountain in the mall. And this was near the exit, like near where we were parked, that we had to go past this fountain in the mall. You know those fountains in the mall? And I had a girlfriend who her husband used to empty all those fountains. And he used to bring home bags of money. I mean, bags of money. I thought it was so crazy. And I used to say, why do you have that money? Like, weren't people putting those in there with wishes? He said, yeah, and they clog up the drains, so we have to clean it all out. And who gets that money? We do. What? Well, okay, you got a bag of wishes now, because people were wishing on that money they were throwing it. But I never thought that in the mall they do have to clean up all those pennies. They can't go, wherever. But anyway, pennies and nickels and dimes and everything. Eventually they have to clean them up, because otherwise you wouldn't even be able to see the bottom. So every so often they clean them out. And he used to come home literally with bags of change. You want some change, you just go in there to one of the big bags, and it had like, the pennies would be like bluish, like you could tell they had been in the water, like sitting in the water. But anyway, it was one of those kind of fountains, right? Where you in the mall and you throw the money in the fountain and you make your wish and you feel the magic. That's where we were. My daughter wanted to go to one more store. She was looking around. She had her little bags. She was looking around for something to spend her money on, Couldn't find anything to spend her money on. And I said to her, well, Sarai, it looks like you can spend your money on the weekend. Maybe we'll come back to the mall over the weekend and you can get something. And she was literally antsy. You could tell the money was burning a hole in her pocket. She literally was like, couldn't be with the money. And I was like, oh, if this continues, this one's going to be broken. This one's going to be rich. Like, I could see it when they were little. Like, you're going to have to get a handle on that. Well, she went past the fountain and it was in this nervous sort of burst. She didn't have any stores to go to. She was looking for a way to spend the money. The money was burning a hole in her pocket, and she just went, phew, and she threw all the money in the fountain. And I was like, what was that? What just happened? She was like, and then you could see something ease in her energetic system. I was like, oh, damn, I hope I didn't mess the child up with all my worry while I was pregnant with this one. Anyway, let's turn around and get some sun. Oh my God. Let's change positions. I mean, I don't mean it like that, changing positions. I mean, let's get a better shot because the light has come. Oh my God. Let me take you over to the fountain. I'm going to flip it around for a second. Family, is this a gorgeous day or what? Sunny Orlando. Look at the fountain. Oh, you could do a beautiful meditation here, couldn't you? Look at that. You could do a beautiful meditation here. And over on the other side of the of this place is the pool. The pool's closed right now. So I'm sitting over here under the palms. So anywho, there's the computer. So let me flip around so we can get a better light. But there was so much dew out here. Earth Mother kissing us with moisture. There was so much dew out here that I actually had to have a towel, and the seat was actually a little damp. So let me sit here now, because then I can face the sun and complete this story. Okay, I just had to stop and look at the beauty and the wonder of God. The beauty and wonder of God. Oh my God. So it's God painting the sky. Every day God paints the sky. So let's conclude with this story. So she threw all the money in the fountain, and she was like, phew. And she was like, oh. I'm like, you're not supposed to feel relief when you get rid of money. You know, like, this is something to get rid of. It was the inappropriate energy for a person who desires to become wealthy, right? I'm just going to wipe off this area. I got this towel out of the laundry room. And Earth Mother, she's so kissed with dew. It's so dewy and wet out here. This is great for your skin. So anyhow, let me move over a little bit to the greenery. Okay, beautiful. So anyhow, I knew in that moment that I had to do anything in my power to help and support my daughter in having the wealth consciousness, because I wasn't going to go to American Express every day and make everyone else wealthy and not do the same thing for my own children. I just wasn't going to do it. That God life though, Christy Woodard, your shirt is fab. And do y'all see that the shirt is got glitter? So I just wasn't going to do that. I was not going to not guide my children as best I could to do the best that I can as a mother, and continue to do it even as the children are now 30, 27, 17. Actually, OMG, 31, 28, 17. These kids are getting older, and I'm not getting older at all. It's a miracle. So anyway, but women don't age anyway. We simply get better, like fine wine, right? Queens and goddesses. Goddesses don't age. So anyway, I didn't want to make other people wealthy and not do the same thing in my own household. Do not spend everything you get. If you spend everything you get, or even worse, some people are spending more than they get. They receive in the way of income $500,000 a year. They spend $550,000. That is poverty, even though you're rich. Rich, high income, wealth will never occur. That means assets that cause you to be wealthy. Assets, income producing assets, assets that give you a higher and higher and higher net worth. Let's take, for example, and then we're going to close, one of the richest women, newest, richest women on the planet. And I so love this story. Kylie Jenner. So Miss Kylie Jenner, she was on the cover of Forbes magazine for August 2018. And people were talking about Kylie Jenner, and some people hate on her, and I absolutely love her. I don't, let me not say I love her, because I don't know her. I absolutely love her as a child of God, because I love everyone, because everyone's a child of God. So I absolutely love her in that sense. I don't know her. I don't know her personality, so I can't speak to that at all. All I can say is she is on the cover of Forbes magazine. And for me, that was hugely inspiring, because guess what this goddess did? This goddess beat out the other billionaire, who was the youngest billionaire ever, held the world record for the youngest billionaire ever. Who was it? Drum roll. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder and creator of Facebook. He held the record for being the youngest billionaire ever at 23. And guess what? She smashed it, because we are in the age of the goddess. Goddess fucking rising. She smashed it. And oh well, she's the youngest billionaire ever at 20. And the woman selling lip gloss, pouting on Instagram. Kill it, Kylie Jenner. Kill it. Kill it like the mofo you is. I love badassery in women. And guess what? I know her mama is behind that too. Because you can't pop up and be no 20 and be no billionaire without a parent, without ancestral support, without help from you, you got help. No one jumps up and becomes a billionaire without a whole group of people, a team around them. And Jeff Bezos said your team should be able to, you should be able to feed your team with one large pizza. That's how tight and close your team should be. Maybe 3, 4, 5 people max. Your team, like your true mastermind team that will take you all the way to billions. That's what Jeff Bezos said, the founder of Amazon. He said you should be able to feed your team with one large pizza. I said, wow, insightful. So here Kylie Jenner is, 20. We are in the goddess rising. The goddess has been rising after patriarchal trying to smash down. We can't let these women have no power. Just stay in the house and have babies for us. You can't vote, you can't say nothing, you can't speak, and you can't teach, you can't do nothing. They did that for so long. The goddess was like, I've had enough. And the goddess was like, psh, and cast off all the patriarchy. When I say all the patriarchy, and now the most powerful woman in the most influential person on the planet is a black woman, Oprah Winfrey. They put that on a magazine cover. The most influential woman on the planet, the most influential woman in Hollywood, they say. So many people say she's the most influential person in the United States. Influential. What does influential mean? It means you say something and a whole lot of shit happens. Trump is highly influential. He says something and a whole lot of shit happens. Oprah, highly influential. They were calling it the Oprah effect for many years. She is highly influential. What she says has tremendous import in this whole universe, just like you. You and Oprah are she doesn't have any more power than you. You are different and unique, yet equal. There is a principle called equanimity in the universe. Everyone is equal. No one's better, no one's less. Equanimity, everyone's equal. If one person can do it, anyone can do it. You can become influential in your way, your unique godlike way. Kylie Jenner, cover of Forbes magazine, estimated that her cosmetics company, estimated at 900 million, I believe. And I heard, I don't know how true this is, I heard that her fans said, we're going to raise another 100 million and give it to her just so she can be a billionaire. Oh my God. Oh my God. But see, first you got to make 900 million and the universe will meet you with another 100 billion. There you go. You're on the billionaire Forbes list. I said, I don't know if that's true. That's what I heard through the grapevine. And guess what? If that is true, I love it. I applaud it all day. Because guess what? If you judge, you can't ever have what you judge. If you judge Kylie Jenner, you can never have effortless wealth. Her wealth looks so effortless to me. You see some people that struggle and struggle and struggle and work hard and work hard and work hard and hustle and hustle and hustle, and they still ain't even a millionaire. And you see someone like Kylie Jenner who makes it look effortless. She's all over Instagram, but you know her mama is a sharpshooter. That's a mofo for real. Her mama, you talk about badassery. That mama she be positioning her kids. You see, this is ancestral. And her mama before her probably taught her some things. And her mama before her, mother and father. Because Kylie Jenner's father was an attorney. And they say that the mother masterminded his career too. She's a mofo. She is absolutely a gangster. Okay? You can do the same thing. What's your divine ideas? Kylie Jenner's divine idea was make the world more beautiful. You may poo-poo lipstick, but I tell you one thing, there's billions of women buying billions of dollars of lipstick, including me. How many lipsticks do I have? Lip gloss, lipstick, lip suede, lip juice, in a tube, in a swipey thing, how many lipsticks do we all have? We're all buying it. I got so many lipsticks. Just my carrying case of lipsticks that I bought with me on this trip, it's more lipsticks than one woman. You know, than some people, it's a lot of lipstick. So guess what? We're buying it. So I'm very happy that she's selling it. And I realized that this earring is probably putting noise into the microphone. I just realized it now. Anywho, here's what we're going to conclude with. Don't spend all your money and don't waste. And if you say, well, Val, I can't spend money now. I can't save money now, KAISI, because I don't make enough to save. I have the solution. In order for you to be able to save whatever amount of money you want, it calls for your life to be set up in such a way that you can save. In order for you to do anything that you're going to do, it requires your life to be set up in a certain way, and you are the one responsible for how you set up your life. Like I set up my life purposely to sit here under the palm trees in the sun because I like palm trees. So that's how I set up my life. I like waterfalls. That's how I set up my life. I love waking up early in the morning and being with you. So that's how I set up my life. I love traveling the globe. So that's how I set up my life. I love being with people I love. So that's how I set up my life. See, you get to set up your life. It's called the life setup. So if you can't save, and I say this with all love, due love and respect, if you can't save, beautiful, king, queen, you simply have to set your life up differently, because in the current configuration, how you currently have your life set up, you set it up so that you have to spend everything you get. Now you did that. And I'm not saying that in a blame way. You did it, you created it. I'm not saying it in that way because that's so unloving. Sometimes metaphysicians can be so unloving. Saying, well, you created it with your mind. That's not it, because a lot of times we create things unconsciously, and we've got to have a depth of love and compassion for self and all, that it's not about, well, you created it like that, now you get to live with it. No, 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 no. The universe doesn't say that. The universe has grace. The universe is loving. The universe is kind. The universe is beautiful. We do live in a friendly universe. And Albert Einstein said, there's only one question you have to answer. Do I live in a friendly universe? And I have come to understand that that answer is absolutely yes for me. Now you have to find that answer for yourself. So you set your whole life up. So and parts of it you probably love. You probably love your boo. You probably love your kids. You probably love where you live. You probably love, your body. You probably love your friends. You probably love like writing or what you do. There's probably parts of your life that you absolutely love. You're like, yeah, I did that. Let me pat myself on the back. Yeah, I did that. And there's probably parts of your life that are still absolutely hellacious, horrific. Yeah. Well, guess what? If I take responsibility for the parts of my life that I absolutely love, that are fabulous, that are, yeah, I did that, I also must take responsibility for the parts that are hellacious. Yeah, I did that too. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, yeah, I did that, but no, I didn't do that. But it showed up in your life. That ratchet relationship showed up in your life. So you can't say, no, I didn't create that. We created it all. We created it all. And we don't say, I created it all in a wrong way. Never make yourself wrong. We're all simply children playing on God's playground. You made a mistake. All you do is correct the mistake. That's it. Oh, I made a mistake. And the faster you say, oh, I made a mistake, I didn't mean to create that. Let me create something else. If you go into the kitchen and your cake messes up, or like grandma used to say, oh man, my cake fell. What do? You dump that cake in the fridge. Even better. You make a pancake. You go outside out of the kitchen for a minute. You burn the pancake. You come back. You don't cry over a burnt pancake. You just created a burnt pancake. Oh, my pancake is burnt. What do? You flip it. Oh, this pancake is burnt. Bam. You flip it in the trash. Clean the pan. Put you some more butter in it, or whatever you put in your pan. Butter burns, but anyway, whatever you want to put in your pan, you put a little bit of that in your pan, and you pour the batter. And you stand and you look at that pancake, and you don't leave the pancake like you did before. You realize, oh, I was putting a load of laundry in the dryer, whatever you were doing. I stayed away from this pancake too long. I came back, I have a burnt pancake. I'm not going to eat a burnt pancake. You toss it in the trash. Now You're gonna do something differently when you create this next pancake. You're going to tend it. You're going to pour your love on this pancake. Maybe, you know, you're gonna eat it. It's gonna become part of you. Pour some love on it. So you're pouring love on the pancake. You're looking at the pancake bubble on the top. You know, don't you love when the little bubbles come on the top of the pancake? And you're looking at it and you have your flipper ready and maybe you're singing, "You can ring my bell," whatever you're singing. And then at the perfect time, you take the flipper jacker and you just ease up the edge of the pancake a little bit to peek underneath and see how golden brown it is. Oh my God, yes, this pancake. This is you creating your life. And then when it's perfectly ready, you take it and you flip it. Perfect pancake. Or maybe you're the very flamboyant kind in the kitchen and you go flee and you flip it up in the air and it lands on the other side. And now it's going to brown on the other side and you have a perfectly golden brown pancake and it's delicious and it's beautiful and you've got your maple syrup from, you know, maybe Vermont or wherever they went and they tapped the trees. I love that organic maple syrup right from the tree. Delish, right? So here you are in your cauldron of creation. Now, invariably, if you're a creator, which we all are, some of your creations are going to come out jacked up. Nobody's 100%. Nobody has ever. Every creation was just that perfect pancake, perfect pancake, perfect pancake, perfect pancake, perfect pancake. That would be freaking boring after a while. Perfect pancake, perfect pancake, perfect pancake. You see, because with every perfect pancake, you're not learning anything. You're not growing. You're not stretching. You're not using new skills. You're not retraining your brain. You're not repatterning yourself. You're not moving your energy. And so it quickly becomes boring if it's just the same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. So with your life, same thing. You made a burnt pancake. All right, I have a burnt pancake. This relationship. Clear the decks. What are you going to do? I'm going to recreate this. Either you recreate it with the same person or you recreate it with another person. But you're not going to eat that burnt pancake. I'm not eating no burnt pancake because I already know I can create anything I want. So why in the world would I keep being with something that I don't want? I ain't got no time for that. I don't think you have time for it either. I'm not telling you what to do by any means. You're God. But I don't think you have time to sit around and commiserate over a burnt pancake or eat a burnt pancake. If you have creations in your life you don't like, recreate. Recreate. Oh, I don't like this body. Okay. Recreate. Go to the yoga studio. Go to the gym. Go to Soul Cycle like I did. Like I'm going to be right on my yoga practice when I return home. I've been doing some yoga while I've been away, of course, too, here and there. Not as much yoga as I would like, to be really honest with you. You know, I would love to do a lot more yoga. So when I get home, get in that hot yoga studio and really get your body the way you want your body to be and really recreate. You can reshape and remold your body. This is you in the cauldron of creation. You're a creator. Create. So now, if you set your life up, you set your whole life up. Either you did it consciously or unconsciously, but you did set it up. You set your whole life up. How are you this morning? Good. Have a beautiful day. Thank you. Oh, good. So you set your whole life up, right? And you probably, maybe if you can't save money, or if you're not in a position to save, I won't use the word can't, cancel. If you find yourself that you currently are not in a position to save all the money that you desire to save because the outflow is greater than the inflow, or the outflow and the inflow match, or the outflow is just a tiny bit under the inflow, and you find yourself in a position where you cannot save a lot of money currently, that's because of your current life setup. Set your life up differently. I'll give you an example because I love stories. Stories make the point. Lisa Nichols, the incredible Lisa Nichols, amazing global speaker, amazing inspiration and motivation to people all around the world, reshaped her finances, reshaped her body, reshaped her whole life, living this glorious dream life, motivating the masses. She was in The Secret. Now, Lisa Nichols knew that she could not live her divine destiny the way her life was set up in its old configuration. And she had set it up. So she decided, I'm going to set up a whole I'm going to have a different setup. A setup that enables me to live my divine purpose and destiny on planet Earth. So what did she do? She gave up her expensive home because she was working, but the work was not fulfilling. So she was working. She gave up that home and she decided to move in with her cousin into her cousin's second bedroom, even though she had a small child, her baby, Jelani. He was only a baby at the time. Now I think he's 20 something. He was only a baby at the time. She decided to get rid of that big expensive home and move into the second bedroom of her cousin's home with her baby, Jelani. She decided to give up all these expensive nails and not have her nails done so she could stack her paper while she was living in this second bedroom of her cousin's home. She decided to give up the expensive vehicle, or it was some other thing that she gave up. She changed the configuration. And sometimes you have to change the configuration to stepping back a little bit first so you can catapult up. You're not going to stay in somebody's second bedroom your whole life, but we've been there. I've done it before. I've stayed in Dr. G. Willie's second bedroom when I was evicted from my home. Guess what? Okay, I need to step back because clearly the way I set this shit up, it's looking fucked up right now. My shit is fucked up. So wait, I need to turn within and do a different setup. Because clearly I am not aligned, okay? Foreclosure and eviction, clearly I'm not aligned. So what is wrong with this picture? And to find out what's wrong with that picture, I got to turn within. So she did a different life setup. Once she came out of that experience, she came over here. She said her family was talking about her, like, what's wrong with her? She ain't getting her nails done. She looking strange. She moved out of her house. You know the talking, the jabberers are going to jabber. Let the jabberers do what the jabberers do. You be about your business. Next, she's there and she's still working. So guess what? She starts sending a check to herself every payday. She writes a check. This is Proverbs 21:20. She writes a check to herself every time she gets paid. And she opened a bank account just for this money. And she got the statements, and she said over the years that she was doing this, she never looked at one statement from the bank. So she didn't even know how much money she was stacking in that bank account. And every time she got paid, she could take that excess money because she was spending so much over here, right? Nothing wrong with it. She just said, well, if I keep doing this, I'm not going to have the life of my dreams. This is not the setup for the life of my dreams. So many people don't want to let go of their setup. I coach people every day. And if you feel that you really need support with this and setting up your life differently, let's have a complimentary consultation only if you meet two requirements. You're ready to move forward powerfully and you're ready to invest in yourself. Go to ValerieLove.com, book your session with me now, and we can explore, we can discover what's going on with you, and then you can look at our programs and see which one of the programs will be the perfect solution for you, right? Good morning, how are you? God bless. So she is in this other setup. Every time she gets paid, she takes a check and she writes it to herself. And she puts at the bottom of the check, funding my dream. You know how they used to have checks and there used to be a memo line, and she wrote in a memo line, funding my dream. And she would take that extra money and she would send it over to the bank. Then she would keep doing that every payday. She get a raise at the job. She raised up the money she was sending to funding my dream. She did that for 2 years. She did that for 2 years. Just sending that check. Funding my dream, funding my dream, funding my dream, funding my dream. She was just stacking the paper, stacking the paper, stacking the paper. She said after 2 years, she realized, okay, it's time. She could feel the intuitive move of spirit say, it's time. It's time for you to come out, look at the sunrise. Look at the sunrise. Even the sunrise is saying it's time. Look at the sunrise. You see, it's time. It's time for your rising. It's time for you to come out of those old dry places and spaces. It's time. It's time for you. It's time. So here she came. Look at this. Look at the sun. Look at the sun. Look at the sun. It's time. You're having a rising. You're having a grand rising, family. We're having a grand rising. It's time. And she knew it was time, and you could feel it. You can feel when it's time. You see, some of you are still stuck. It's time. God already told you it's time. It's time to move, but you still want to stay where you are because of fear and attachments. Because of the fear of don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen. Clients tell me when I ask, what are you afraid of? They tell me, I'm afraid of failure. And I say, well, no one's afraid of failure because you already failed many times. We already know what failure is about. I believe you're afraid of success. I believe we're afraid of our own power. We're not afraid to fail. We've all failed many times. You ain't afraid of that. You already know what that is. But how many times have you win? I mean, win big. I mean, really, really win. I mean, turn your whole life into a big fat win. So after 2 years of parlaying and parlaying, she's stacking her paper. She's stacking her paper. She's stacking her paper. She goes to the bank because she feels it's time. She goes to the bank. She never opened any of the statements and has no clue how much money she has in the bank. No clue. This is like 20 years ago. No clue. She steps up to she's going to go to the bank to this day. And it is now time to make her moves. Get her own place. Step out of that job and be on her destiny. So she goes to the bank. She's standing online. She fills out a slip to find out how much she has in the bank because she's going to take some and get her own place for her and her son Jelani, and she's going to set up her business. She's making her moves that, you know, you got to be a speaker. You're supposed to be a speaker. You're supposed to be out here motivating people just like you. You're supposed to be out here writing books, motivating people, speaking to people, making videos, coaching people, being that light worker that you came here to be, right? Leading workshops, leading retreats, opening healing centers, healing people, all that. That's you. So she knew, okay, it's time for me to do this. I've been writing about it all along in my journal. I've been talking about it. I've been dreaming about it. I've been envisioning it. When I fall asleep, I feel myself already it. Now it's time to take the action on the physical earth plane. You have to take action in the third dimension too. You can't just be dreaming about it, thinking about it, talking about it, affirming it. You got to take the scary action steps on the earth plane. You got to take the radical action steps. I have seen that it requires nothing less than radical action, like radical. So she goes to the bank. She steps up to the counter. At the counter, they say, oh, yeah, let's look up your account. They're like, oh, you're the funding my dream lady. They knew her at the bank because she was sending the check to that bank branch and they would just deposit the check into her account. They knew her at the bank. They were like, you're the funding the dream lady. They called the bank manager. This is the funding the dream lady. Like she was already famous because look at God. Because your gift will make room for you. Your gift will carry you before kings and queens. Here she was in a bank, didn't even know she was being famous, and God was about to show her. God was showing her just a snippet of what God was about to take her into. And she's looking around like, yeah, I'm not funding my dream lady. You know, you're kind of nervous because you don't even really know what you're doing. When you live in destiny, 80% of the time, you don't really have a whole big clue about what exactly are you doing. You're simply following the intuitive guidance. And the guidance system doesn't tell you 5 years from now what's going to happen. The guidance system is now. So they give her the balance. They take this sheet of paper and they print out her balance on it. And they slide the paper over to her. And she said when she picked that paper up and looked at how much money she had in the bank, she said she got scared. She was like, this is somebody else's money. She was like, no, this is somebody else's money. Like, this can't all be my money. It was over $60,000. She was like, back then, 20 years ago, over $60,000. That's like $250,000 now, probably. She was like, time value of money? Do the calculation. 3% average inflation year over year. That's my financial planner. Mine, kicking into gear. She had over $60,000 in the bank. And she looked at that piece of paper. And she was like, this is what she said to the teller. She said, no, you don't understand. I think you might have the wrong social security number or put the wrong number in the account, because she was like, this can't all be my money, because she said her family never saw more than $5,000 in one place. Oh my God. Look at God. That God life though. She said she had never, her whole family Do you realize what kind of ancestral breakthrough this is? Your whole family ain't seen no more than $5,000 together at one time. Your whole family is in the consciousness that $5,000 is a lot of money. A lot of people are still in that consciousness that $5,000 is a lot of money. It's not. Oh my God, the whole family, $5,000 is all that. That's like their maps of what they could expect or anticipate. That's where their subconscious mind operated at $5,000. Whereas the universe is infinite, limitless, all the money that we have, and we're still making more of it. You can certainly come above the consciousness of $5,000. It's just a mental limit. That's it. Break out of it, cancel, cancel. She had over $60,000. She was like, can you imagine how you feel in the bank? You're like, they were like, oh no, that's your money. Oh, we have the right number. No, 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 we have the right number. That's your money. And she knew in that moment that there was this invisible tailwind behind her. And she said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. She took half of it. She put it into an account. She took the other half into savings. She took the other half and she put it into a checking account. And she said when she left the bank, you see, she's making her moves. She's making her moves. She's making her moves. You think Lisa Nichols just popped up and became Lisa Nichols? This thing was 20, 30 years in the making. But you see the end story. Lisa Nichols on stage. Lisa Nichols teaching people how to be amazing speakers. What an incredible story. She said one time she didn't have enough money to buy diapers for her baby Jelani. And she said she looked at him and she had to put a towel on him for a diaper. And she said to herself, I got the God bumps right now. This will never happen again. This will never happen again. You crying over your baby because you can't even put a diaper on your child. You don't even have the money to buy diapers. And now look at her, that God life though. I'm telling you there's a great plan for your life. I'm telling you there is a great plan for your life. You better get on that plan. You better get that set up, the divine setup, because that's what I did. I said, fuck this. My life was too fucking hard. Working too much for a little bit of money, not enough left over, bankruptcy, eviction, foreclosure, and I'm making all this money. I'm a smart woman. I know how to make money. I'm making all this money. I'm making money. I'm making money. I did not master how to keep it. And how to make money. Oh, but a sister learned. Oh, but a sister learned something. I was like, oh, burnt pancake. Oh, burnt pancake. Oh, burnt pancake. Oh, no, you throw all that out. So, she said she got in her car. She was driving. She had moved out of her cousin's house. She was getting all her stuff. And she said she was driving. And by synchronicity, because synchronicity comes to those who are on the plan, the God plan, you want synchronicity on your plan. Synchronicity is not going to bend itself to come over here and match up with your ego. It doesn't work like that. Synchronicity don't give a fuck about your ego. We so egocentric. I want to do it my way. I don't want to leave my job. I don't want to do what God had me. Something in us is fearful and attached and controlling. And we want to have synchronicity. Synchronicity don't come to people that are fearful. And synchronicity comes to people who are Forrest Gumping it. One synchronicity after the next, after the next, after the next. Oh, synchronicity loves people who have no fucking plan. You're in the God plan. You don't know what's going to happen next and you're A-okay with it. And it doesn't mean that you're irresponsible, and it doesn't mean that you're frivolous, and it doesn't mean that you don't have a vision for where you're going. It doesn't mean any of that. It means that I've let go of the ego control. It means that I'm okay with not knowing what's going to happen next. I gave up my need to know. It means that I follow the inner wisdom. If the voice says this, I go this way. If it says that, I go that way. And I'm scared a lot of the times, like, oh my God, the human will be so freaking scared doing the things that God has you doing. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna make that video. Okay, I'm gonna do this Christian Witches Facebook fan page. I'm telling you, when I did the Christian Witches Facebook fan page, my hand was literally shaking on the keyboard like, oh my Lord, like I thought something was gonna burn me up again after I already died in other lifetimes from quote unquote being magical. So synchronicity, here she is, she's driving her car with her son, and she goes past this apartment complex, and the apartment complex had on the side of it, come no credit check or something like that. And it was like, go there, like the voice was pointing there. And she went in and she said she did the application. You're approved. And she said she paid up a year of rent in advance. And she said she got in that little 2-bedroom apartment. And she said she made her closet, her walk-in closet, her office. And she got in that walk-in closet. See, some of you want to start up here. You got to take your steps. You got to start where you are fucking right now. Wherever you are right now, start there. That's the best starting place ever. Wherever you find yourself. Well, I'm going to start right here, whether that's the gutter, whether that's a castle, whether it's a mansion, whether it's in the hospital. You know what? I'm going to start right here and right now. That's always the best place to start. Right here, right now. So she said, so she got her closet and she got her affirmations up on the wall in the walk-in closet. She said she got her file cabinets, her files, and she treated that closet like that was her office, because it was. This is not a closet in my bedroom. This is my CEO headquarters. See, because that's a wise person that's rich with vision. See things as though they were right now. Now, to other eyes, it may look like I'm sitting in the closet. To me, I'm sitting in the CEO seat of my 50,000 square foot warehouse building where all our beautiful associates of our company come every day to render incredible service to all of us and to the whole world and all our clients and customers we serve all around the world. I ain't sitting in nobody's closet. It may just look like that. You see, but you've got the third eye open and you can see. Come on, you got to get the vision in your life. You got to see beyond your circumstances of where you are right now. See, right now you might have a closet, but guess what? That closet is going to turn into a mansion, and that mansion is going to turn into many mansions. In my house, in my father's house, there are many mansions. In my father's house, there are many mansions, and I'm telling you, I've lived in many of them. It's true. It's true. Live in as many mansions as you want to live in. Have as many mansions as you want to have. Now, how did it end? We know how the story ends of the incredible Lisa Nichols. I pay homage and honor to this queen goddess who activated the power within, who had a vision, has a vision, who knew she was here for greatness and to serve millions of people all around the globe, who got over her own fears so she could come and serve us with all excellence and gladness and joy, so that she could give her son an incredible life on planet Earth. She said her son has traveled all over this globe because of what she actualized, realized, and activated lying within her own soul. I'm telling you, it's all inside you. It's all inside you. You want to activate it. You want to actualize it, and you want to realize it. That's it, and that's all. Visit me at ValerieLove.com. Let's walk around. Let's show you something. Paradise. Your life can be paradise. Set your life up such that you can live your dreams, such that you can save money. Get a different setup if the setup that you have isn't working for you. Because I tell you one thing, I'm on the God setup. I don't even got no plan. I'm on the God setup, and all I can say is that the setup that God has for me, oh, it's working. Oh, it's working. And I ain't just whistling Dixie. Get on that God life, though. I love you. God bless you. Peace.